Welcome to GT Tools Kong training video. Throughout the course of this video, a manual icon may appear, which is a notification to consult your manual for more details. The Kong is manufactured using only the most durable components and is situated on a large curved vacuum cup that serves as a foundation for maximum hold and torque. Equipped with the Kong is a durable brass vacuum pump that when attached should be pumped until the red line indicator is not showing. An air release valve opposite the pump can be used to release the tool from the glass. The Kong features a ratchet handle that can adjust to ratchet in either direction based on the auto glass specialist preference. This handle can also be turned in a complete 360-degree rotation when the vehicle's interior space allows. To begin, remove the windshield wipers from the windshield wiper posts. This removal process will vary based on the make and model of the vehicle. Identify and disconnect the windshield wiper washer fluid line from the washer fluid tank. Next, begin removing any cowling clips that are holding the cowling to the vehicle. Cowling clips are in various positions along the cowling and vary for all makes and models. Cowling clip designs also vary for every make and model. Use the most appropriate cowling clip panel removal tool to ensure that the clips can be removed without damage. Once the cowling clips are removed, inspect the cowling to see if any additional components or moldings need to be removed prior to removing the cowling from the vehicle. Many newer vehicle makes and models have reduced the amount of molding coverage around the vehicle, which is ideal for the Kong, as the cutting process reduces the likelihood of vehicle body damage compared to traditional windshield cutting methods. Although the T-handle cord and wire feeding tool can be used at this step, GT Tools recommends to pre-cut the corner of the windshield using a reciprocating auto glass cutout tool. Note, make sure to cut at least 2 inches up the A-pillar and 2 inches across the dash when pre-cutting the corner. Next, insert the T-handle tool and attach the cord or wire approximately 6 inches from the end of the material into the notch located on the side of the T-handle. Pull the cord or wire into the vehicle. Pull enough cord or wire to the inside of the vehicle to extend to the mounting position of the Kong in the upper passenger corner of the vehicle, and add an additional 1 to 2 feet of cord or wire for slack. Remove any moldings that may prevent the cord or wire from being positioned in the pinch weld channel around the windshield. In some cases, the cord or wire can be positioned in the pinch weld channel without removing any of the windshield molding. Check the pinch weld channel to make sure that it is clear of any clips, debris, or excess urethane that would prevent the cord or wire from being seated deep in the channel below the glass. If there are any clips, debris, or excess urethane, remove them before proceeding to the next step. Next, insert the cord or wire into the pinch weld channel around the windshield until you are back to the starting point in the bottom driver's side corner. Make sure that the material is seated below the glass. Before inserting the second line, pull enough cord or wire to extend up to the mounting position of the Kong in the upper passenger corner of the vehicle. Add an additional 1 to 2 feet of cord or wire for slack. Now cut the cord or wire. Insert the T-handle next to the first insertion point. Attach the cord or wire approximately 6 inches from the end of the material into the notch located on the side of the T-handle. Pull the cord or wire into the vehicle. Make sure not to insert the T-handle in a position that would cause the cord or wire to be crossed. Remove any interior hardware from the vehicle, including the rear view mirror. In some cases, removing the interior garnish moldings will allow for quicker operation and cutting. Next, attach the Kong so that the two pulleys are positioned toward the upper passenger side corner of the windshield, and the crankshaft is pointed down towards the driver's side bottom corner of the windshield. With the Kong now attached to the windshield, begin connecting the cord or wire to the tool. To do this, begin by feeding the cord or wire that will be cutting up the driver's side A-pillar around the top pulley, under the handle, and through the hole in the winding hub. Next, feed the cord or wire that will be cutting across the dash around the bottom pulley, under the handle, and through the hole in the winding hub. Next, turn the winding hub 4 to 5 times to remove any slack in the cord or wire. Unscrew the crank handle set screw. Then attach the ratchet handle onto the winding hub. Screw the crank handle set screw back onto the device. It is important to set the ratchet handle so that it will continue to spool additional material onto the winding hub as the ratchet handle is turned. Any additional wire or cord can be trimmed from the winding hub, as shown here. Start by inserting the large protection shield in the driver's side bottom corner between the cord or wire and the dash. Next, hold the small shield in the driver's side bottom corner between the cord or wire and the garnish molding. Begin winding the Kong tool, which will allow both lines to start cutting in opposing directions. Continue to reposition the protection shields as the cord or wire cuts through the urethane. Once the cord or wire has cut up to the top of the driver's side A-pillar, remove the protection shield and attach the leash to the cord or wire. Continue to wind the Kong while holding the cord or wire away from the headliner with the leash. Now, continue the cutting process, making sure to reposition the dash protector shield as the cord or wire cuts across the dash. Once the cord or wire has cut across the headliner to the tool, remove the leash and continue the cutting process. As the cord or wire moves up the passenger A-pillar, swap the large dash protector shield for the small protection shield to create a barrier between the cord or wire and the interior garnish molding. It is important to note that when cutting through the urethane, the specialist should be cognizant of how hard it is to wind the cord or wire. This could be due to very hard urethane, or the material could be bound on a clip or setting pin. To prevent overstressing the cord or wire, rock the ratchet handle by applying and releasing pressure on the handle rather than just winding the handle. This acts as a sawing motion in high stress areas around the glass. As the cord or wire reaches the final upper passenger corner, it may require the Kong to be slightly repositioned to allow the material to be pulled through the glass. Unspool and reuse any cord material on your next job. Thank you for watching the Kong training video. Be sure to reference GT Tools Kong Training Manual for additional details.